Danny, what's your take on that one?
Same old boring answer, I'm afraid. No injuries, bit of fitness in the legs. Nice for the lads who didn't play so long the other night to get a flip round and play a bit longer today. So yeah, good. I mean, we played Championship and Premier League in the space of a week, and I think we've pretty much held our own. I think quality just about shines through, and the results don't lie, like I always say, and the result didn't lie today. But we had a right go, as I say, especially the lads who didn't play the other night. It was lovely for them to get an hour under the belt. And then the lads come on in the end and got a good half hour under their belt. So some good chances, still things to improve on. A little bit of rustiness, some passes, some tackles, some set pieces going out of play. And that's what pre-season's for. And come Dorking, we've got to make sure we iron out all those, not even mistakes, just things that aren't quite at the maximum yet. And make sure that come Dorking we're all fired up and ready to get the 3 points.
You must have been pleased, particularly that first half and up to the 60-minute mark where you really sort of went toe-to-toe with them, didn't you?
Yeah, there's some good things, and it's completely different, as you know, to league games. There isn't that nervousness or anxiousness in the stadium. The fans, we can all enjoy the game and try and help the players to, like I say, iron out any rustiness, and gradually, especially the new lads, get to know how the manager wants them to play, and that's what these games are for. We've had the Matlock and Alfred and with Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United. It doesn't get any easier with Derby on Wednesday. So I think that the way pre-season been planned has been great. We've had, as I say, lower league, strong ones, and then back to clubs where we want to be, where Accrington are and Bristol Rovers. So far so good in terms of the preparations, and we're on schedule with fitness, with performance levels. But like I keep saying, come Dorking, we want everything to go up another notch and make sure we start this National League campaign firing.
Was it just those two quick-fire goals, wasn't it, straight after half-time, that sort of took the game away from you? But United obviously brought on, probably their preferred front line, didn't they, as well? Yeah,
just in the office there with Paul Heckingbottom and his staff, and he said in his opinion they're both pretty well matched, both halves of the teams. I think obviously the front two were probably slightly stronger second half, and I think you just saw by the little step over and the interlink play between the two centre forwards, and we're not going to come up against that nationally. Let's be honest, we're not going to come up against that standard of player. So, like I said the other night, for Grimes and Tyrone, a young George, when he come on to sort of get in their cars and drive home and think I've played against Premier League centre forwards and done okay is a credit to them.
We've just spoken to Harry Tyler and he made some excellent saves this afternoon. How do you think he's settled in?
Really well. And it's very easy at this point to say, well, he's going to be a fan favourite, he's going to be great. But until we start ticking off those league games, you can't really say those things because sometimes they might bite you in the bum. I certainly think he's got great potential. Everton think a lot of him. He's done a great year at Chester. Nearly got them promoted in those non-league. For someone who's coming from a Premier League club, there's not an ounce of arrogance about him. He's not big time. He really wants to be successful with us, and those things are great. Plus the fact he's a very good goalkeeper, so fingers crossed he'll keep a lot of clean sheets for us this year.
And another player who caught the eye in the first half, Bailey Hobson, got a good look at him today. How do you think he's been doing?
Good, yeah, I think the supporters like him already because he's full-blooded. I think that what he does bring is the minimum that supporters expect, which is 100% work rate. If you give the ball away, go and win it back, put in a tackle, leave your foot in at times in the nice way. And he does those things, and within that now it's up to us and the manager to get him more coached in the way that we want to play. He's been at Alfreton under Billy Heath, who's a good mate of mine and a very good non-league manager, and we play very different. So it's about over time getting him to understand his role within the Paul Cook style of things, which he's going to get. But yeah, I can see why the fans like him. He's a great lad, and he's another one like Harry wants us to do well this year.
And another 45 minutes for Harley Curtis. Will you be making a decision on him soon, you think?
I think the decision's quite close. We all quite like him. So we'll wait and see on that.
And in terms of a goalkeeper trial, as you mentioned, that maybe having a look at someone else, is there anyone else in the building at the minute?
Not at the moment, no. It was nice for Luke to get a couple of minutes at the end there. He's been such a good lad around the place. Probably at some point we will look to bring in another goalie, even if it's just to look at. But as I say, for the here and now, we've got the two. We don't really plan on having one on the bench. But I do think we will bring in another goalie at some point.
Another test midweek again, League One opposition in Derby County. Will it be a mix of the two sides that we've seen against Wednesday and United, or if we can go back to what we saw against Wednesday?
Not sure yet. I think that'll be decided probably Monday. We've got a hard training session planned for the Monday, a little bit easier Tuesday, knowing that but Wednesday will be a tough game, and I think even the styles between Wednesday, Sheffield United and Derby, they're three different styles of football. Derby, I think, will be very physical, very strong, direct, but with some good play involved, so it'll be another massive test, big crowd, and like I say, then I think without underplaying it, you've got your Accrington and Bristol Rovers, which are more like the levels we as a club and the supporters want us to be in the next couple of years, and they'll be the real test.
No Ash Palmer, Lawrence Maguire today, any injuries or just not?
Lawrence Maguire's ill, he phoned in ill last night, told him to stay away. Ash Palmer just hurt his lower calf, stroke Achilles during the game the other night, so not worth risking him.